Mattie Mondays, where we do music in different ways. I guess friends ain't be dropping gems. Always keep it genuine. Knowledge, power, and some funny. Every week, every Monday. Pure, real, and honest. Tap in, leave a comment. You're tuning in to Mattie Mondays.
Happy Mattie Mondays. We are back around another 7 days for another episode of Mattie Mondays, where we do music in different ways. And tonight we are going to get into a quick discussion about Health Literacy Month, what it is. It is marked by the month of October. And I'm just going to talk through some ways that you can put this into action, some questions that you can ask, and just get to the root of what it is, what it means, and why it's important. These health check-ins are always great, and I thought this was something to cover right here, smack dab in the middle of October, homecoming season, and on the go month. Okay, all right, but you guys have beat me here, so let me get into the comments. Let me see who's in the building before we get started. We got Twin in the building, Grinding Entertainment Studio, saying, "Hey, Mattie Monday family, what's up, Twin? How are you? I hope you've had a good week." We got Mama Mattie in the building saying, "Hi, family." We got Crystal C. Styles in the building saying, "Happy Mattie Monday." Yes, we have made it around another 7 days. We got we got Chev in the building saying, "Greetings, Mattie Mondays members," with all the most appropriate emojis on deck. Thank you for that. All right. So before we get into the agenda for the evening, definitely have to stop and pause for the cause. Let me get this up on here to give some Mattie Mondays happy birthday shout outs. So if you got any birthday shout outs, drop them down in the comments right now and I will get them up on the screen. First and foremost, shout out to our big sister, Tamika. I wish I could zoom in the screen. Right there, the shortest of the crew. This is a flashback from this past Saturday, Winston-Salem State Homecoming. We posted up in front of the C Styles Mobile Bar in the midst of another homecoming loose neck and ram gate event. But Tamika's birthday was yesterday, so happy belated birthday to our older sister, Tamika. I hope you had a good day. I was there. I slept a little bit through the birthday celebration. But I was there and I had a good time, good food, good eats, good company. Enjoyed listening to the fellas talk and watch a bit of football throughout the evening. And a really, really cool setup, dope setup by my mama, Tamika, Crystal, cooking by those three, myself and JT also inputted a little bit. And then we were all on deck at the Loose Neck and Ram Gate. So I'll definitely shout out the team here in just a moment, but happy belated birthday to Tamika. Also, happy belated birthday to my younger cousin, Jared, or Chris, goes by both. We know him as Jared, so happy belated birthday to you. Any other birthdays that you guys can think of? Happy birthday to Tonette. Any other birthdays? Her birthday's today, so happy birthday, Tonette. Any other birthdays, drop them down in the comments. And yes, there you go. You guys are on it. Happy birthday, Tonette from Mama Mattie. Happy birthday to Mika from Musician Taylors. Happy birthday, Mika from C Styles from Crystal. And happy birthday to Tony from Crystal. And happy belated birthday. Of course, we were there in real time celebrating to Tamika from Mama Mattie. All right. Once again, we are in the thick of it. Homecoming season. And just this past Saturday, we had the opportunity to do another year, my third year, having the opportunity to participate and lend a hand with the Loose Neck and Ram Gate tailgate celebration for homecoming, Winston-Salem State University here in my hometown of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. It is lit. Last weekend was North Carolina A&T. This past weekend was Winston-Salem State. So North Carolina's doing it big. This coming weekend, I will not be able to be a part, but we got some Eagles in the family. North Carolina Central University's homecoming is coming up this coming weekend. Shout out to Glow Gloria, who was able to pop out yesterday. A great time seeing some family and friends. And let me do a quick round, just a shout out to the Loose Necking team. So shout out to Brian, the grill master. These gentlemen are Winston-Salem State band alumni. Shout out to Manny, the vibe setter. Manny hosts and MCs throughout the day, which is really really fun. Keeps the crowd inside of the vibration. So shout out to Manny. Shout out to Black Assassin Lamont, DJ Black Assassin, bringing the vibes alongside and with in collaboration with DJ Cutter, the Grandmaster, bringing the vibes all throughout the day. It was really cool. On Saturday, they went back and forth this time versus having separate sets. So that was a vibe. Shout out to C Styles, Mobile Bar, Crystal, on both ends. Of course, the Mobile Bar was in their Park Dead Center, serving some really great homemade non-alcoholic beverages. And then on the other side, Crystal had was tapped in, of course, on the food in collaboration with Brian with Be on Q Barbecue. So shout out to Crystal. And then also shout out to the Hookah Bull that had the hookah set up. Whole VIP section out there, everything a super vibe. So you guys can take a moment and follow. Let me get this up on here. Loose Neck and Ramgate and get the recap, see all of the vibrations from this past Saturday as they continue to drop and get reposted on the page from Winston-Salem State's 2025 homecoming tailgate. A lot of fun. Once again, shout out to all my family that popped through. Shout out to Jay, Nene, Uncle Reggie, DC, Wayne, Ingrid, Jay Sean, of course, my brother JT, Ingrid with the candid shot. I was out there having a ball all over the place, running around, taking pictures, jumping on the trailer, helping with drinks, and just doing my best to make sure that I was filling in the gaps. But always a good time at Winston-Salem State homecoming. So shout out to the Rams. Shout out to the Rams. What's up? We got Natalia in the building. We got Jaree in the building. Hello, ladies. Thank y'all for popping in this evening. What is up, Tamika in the building? Tamika says, thank you for the birthday shout out. She says, happy birthday. Happy belated birthday to you, Tamika. Hopefully you enjoyed your day. Hopefully you have had a little time to recover. London in the building with the happy birthday shout outs as well. Thank you for that. Hopefully everybody had a great weekend. We sure did. Fast pace, you already know. Shout out to Mama Mattie for doing it all. Absolutely. Shout out to Mama Mattie. You already know. She's on deck. Full packed Saturday. They had a full week before I even touched down. So shout out to my family, C-Style Mobile Bar, and everybody for chipping in and just being on deck. And once again, our family that popped up, hung out, lent a hand, Glow, Josh, the boys. Anybody I'm missing, my apologies. But it was a great, fast-paced day. And another successful Loose Necking Ramgate tailgate. So shout out to y'all. Always a good time. All right, so the meat and potatoes of the evening. Today, we are popping in to talk about something important, a necessary reminder, right? Here in the month of October, this month marks Health Literacy Month. So we're just going to get into a quick conversation about what that means, how we can participate, how it applies and looks in our lives in real time, and what is purpose to do. And then I'm going to leave you with a few questions that can just continue to guide us in our health journey to make sure that we are being intentional and staying conscious about what our body, our mind, and our spirits need. For me right now, definitely it's been rest, and I was able to do it. So thank you for my family for allowing me to crash a little bit today. All right, so let's get into it. As we have this conversation, definitely drop in your thoughts, your feedback, what this looks like to you, why this is important to you, and all of the things. Ah, dang, Natalia. Dang, you definitely could have slid. That's my bad. I didn't. That's my bad, friend. I didn't even think to tap on you to just to see. Um, it wouldn't happen again. I will definitely just check and remind you next year. And then I have a flyer to send your way for the coming in 2 weeks now, just in case you're in town, for you to pop over to the crib and hang out with us. All right, so for Health Literacy Month, let's get some details. Let's read along. And once again, just cover something that's important and necessary for us to keep in the front of our minds. So, what is it? Health Literacy Month is observed every October. It was created to raise awareness and encourage collaboration between healthcare providers, educators, and communities. So, it's not just making sure our health is right, but making sure that that connection and those relationships are healthy and fluid. All right, so the primary purpose of Health Literacy Month is to promote awareness of the importance of understanding health communication because as we know, especially in the African American community, um, there is a dangerous level of miscommunication and misunderstanding, and it's even heightened for African American women when it comes to the healthcare system. So this is extremely important. So again, the purpose is to promote awareness of the importance of understanding health communication, encourage healthcare organizations to provide clearer information, empower patients to ask questions and advocate for their health, and to support professionals like doctors, nurses, educators, librarians in developing skills to communicate health information more effectively. And as we know, we can hold others and definitely our providers accountable, but we have to be equipped and empowered first and foremost. From my perspective, it's very important for us to be aware and for us to know how to deal with those who are in service to us or in a position that they're supposed to serve us, and to have a healthy and a transparent relationship with those providers. Why it matters. According to research, low health literacy is linked to poor health outcomes, increased hospitalization, and higher healthcare costs. We know how they do us in America. Clear communication helps people better understand diagnosis, follow treatment plans, and navigate the healthcare system. Let's see. So my screen is blocking my little slide. But questions to ask at regular checkups. There we go. Okay, first and foremost, are there any screenings or tests I should have at my age and health status? If you don't know, it is perfectly okay to ask. We also know we have this powerful computer in our hands that is our phone. But having that direct connection, even being prepared and knowing, but still asking the question so that you can practice engaging with your healthcare provider. And this includes routine checks like blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, and cancer screenings. Number two, what can I do to improve or maintain my overall health? Definitely diet, exercise, sleep, stress management, and other healthy habits, but just being on the same page with your healthcare provider. Um, and I think this is a great way to even like let them in on what you are doing so that you can collaborate on what makes sense. Maybe catch some things that you're missing and catch some things that they might have missed in communicating to you. So having this open line of communication is very important in that way. Number three, are there any early signs of symptoms I should watch for? Which helps with early detection, which is extremely important. I am right here sitting at the smooth age of 39 on my way to 40, and definitely can feel the changes in my body. So that is not debatable. I have to be more conscious, more intentional, and more aware of how I handle my body, what I put into it, my rest, my thoughts, all of those things. Number four, based on my family history, am I at higher risk for any conditions? And I know that's something that I would say we do discuss in my family or have discussed and we are aware of. But understanding that, especially in the realm of prevention, with your healthcare provider, them being aware and knowing can be very, very powerful in health, in prevention of any diseases or ailments. And then number 5, how has my health changed since my last visit? A good way to track progress and to catch any issues or any shifts that may have been developing over time. And then also to see improvement. So it's not always going to be on the negative end. Um, this might be a great way to see how you have improved. All right. Let me get into the comments. Angel says, happy birthday, Tamika. What's up, Angel? Thank you for popping in. We are due a phone call. London shares, these are really good questions. Excellent. If you can grab, definitely take a screenshot and just keep these on deck, or I can text these flyers directly to you. You already know you can hit my line and let me know, or DM me, and I can get them right your way, right over your way. All right. Let me get this back on the screen. Tamika says, thank you. Absolutely. So this is something that one of my clients brought to my attention a couple months ago. And of course, we're promoting on their social media page. And a lot of things are entwined with work and just living in different interactions. So I definitely thought it was important to bring it over to our space to acknowledge Health Literacy Month and just to continue to keep these things out front. It is extremely important, as we know, physically, mentally, and spiritually, whether we're going to see our healthcare provider for physical checkups, therapists or clinical mental health providers for therapy or mental health checkups. It is extremely important to keep these things in the forefront of our minds and in our regular communications, to stay healthy and to keep each other and hold each other accountable as it pertains to our health and just being aware. So I definitely wanted to take a moment to share this with you guys. Natalia shares, my dad has diabetes. He had to be hospitalized on Wednesday. Wow. He's doing good. Thank you for sharing that. His blood sugar was just low. I realized I ain't know nothing about his health. Oh wow. Wow, this is a good example. Thank you for that. And a powerful part of the conversation, communicating with our family and friends about our health so that they'll be in the know, to be able to respond appropriately and quickly in situations where it's needed. So that is very important. Thank you for sharing that, Natalia. And definitely will keep in mind my prayers. Yes, thank you for that. So just sparked another thought. Definitely being honest with communication. I can say also from my experience in the African American community that we also don't do the best job of communicating in detail with one another the things that are going on in our health, especially when it's extreme or quite scary. I've seen that happen as well. So just fighting through that barrier of fear, and letting others in on knowing what's going on with our health, especially when it's maybe not the best and most comfortable conversation to have. It's important, and especially in scenarios like this, to where it equips others to be able to respond appropriately when we need help or assistance, and just somebody else being in the know, especially if we find ourselves rushed or in the midst of healthcare providers and we can't speak up for ourselves. Having others in the know that can speak for us and speak um, with awareness and understanding of what's going on in our health scenarios in our bodies is important. So definitely somebody that you trust, somebody that is near, that if we find ourselves in these scenarios, can communicate to the doctors and healthcare providers. And once again, thank you, Natalia, for sharing that. That's a huge part of this conversation in this realm of health literacy. All right. So to round this up, and if you have any thoughts, any questions, any more shares, definitely drop them in the comments. Um, Most importantly, and just right in our face, listen to your body. It's always trying to tell you something. whether your chest gets tight. I know that I feel that sometimes when I am stressed. Um, Not often lately, but I felt it in the past. That was a clear sign of stress for me. Um, Maybe when you maybe find yourself lethargic, it might lend to signs of depression or just being overwhelmed. So listen to your body. It is always trying to tell you something. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna leave room before we depart for any more questions or comments, and then I'm going to jump back into one of my favorites that I like to just kind of slide in here when the moment feels right as we walk into another week. Coming out off of this Mattie Mondays are 4 agreements, which again are for me extremely powerful and appropriate. Even if we fall short, they are great reminders of a framework that actually works. So first and foremost, be impeccable with your word. Speak with integrity. Say only what you mean. Avoid using the word to speak against yourself or to gossip about others. Use the power of your word in the direction of truth and love. Number 2, don't take anything personally. I know these are tough, but they are great to try to implement. Nothing others do is because of you. What others say and do is in projection of their own reality. When you are immune to the opinions and actions of others, you won't be a victim of needless suffering. And that's not to say that you don't care. But once again, it says when you are immune to the opinions and actions of others, you won't be the victim of needless suffering. I just shared recently with my older sister that I have trained myself over the years to care less about what others say about me when I'm not around, because why? It's none of my business. I don't even know. I don't know what they're saying. Whether it's positive or negative, that's not my business, and it's not my responsibility to harp or dwell or project or um, get creative in what I think that they're saying. So don't take anything personally. Number 3, don't make assumptions. Find the courage to ask questions and to express what you really want. Communicate with others as clearly as you can to avoid misunderstandings, sadness, and drama. With just this one agreement, you can completely transform your life. And this one absolutely is not the easiest. Um, Even in communicating with others as clear as you can, to avoid misunderstanding, oftentimes there's still going to be some level of misunderstanding, but it's just practicing a muscle. And we know certain people are going to hear us plain and clear, and others have a have a skill of misunderstanding. So I understand that this isn't the easiest thing to apply to every scenario, but it is powerful. Again, don't make assumptions. Find the courage to ask questions and to express what you really want. Communicate with others as clearly as you can to avoid misunderstanding, sadness, and drama. With just this one agreement, you can completely transform your life. And fourth, always do your best. Your best is going to change from moment to moment. It will be different when you are healthy as opposed to sick. Under any circumstance, simply do your best, and you will avoid self judgment, self abuse, and regret. Always do your best, whatever capacity level you're at. All right, Chevy shared. Yes, I saw that. Chevy shared. Just did my annual physical. Everything's all good. But at age 50, it's a lot more they check for now. Okay. Prostate cancer, diabetes, shingles, dementia, and more. Okay. So this is definitely different, but shout out to Chevy for being consistent and sharing online. I know that's not for everyone, but it is very powerful. I see how people react to his posts and his shares on his checkups. And I think it's great and important to encourage especially a community of men to be proud and intentional about staying on top of their health. So thank you for that, Chevy. All right, once again, listen to your body. It's always trying to tell you something. Always, always trying to tell you something. Whether you're feeling good or just a little bit off. and do your best to find the healthiest ways to get back to 100%. All right, so tonight, as we make our way out of Mattie Mondays, I need to get up and move my body a little bit. I've done a good job of resting today, which was needed, and kind of unintentional and involuntary. My body told me what to do, and I had to listen, and I obliged, and I do feel better for it. But I want to get into a couple vibrations before we depart, just to move our body. This first one is called Move. Talk to me, sing along, drop some comments in the comment section as the records play. This will be the last time you hear my voice for this episode. I appreciate you guys. I love you. Thank you for always tuning in on this Monday to start your week. This has been another episode of Mattie Mondays. I am Mattie B, your favorite songwriter. And this is a place where we do music in different ways. And most importantly, we have built a beautiful community. We have fun, educational, and intentional conversations. And I am super grateful for the space. I hope that you guys have a great week. I am excited for these next 2 weekends and the rest of the year. It's up, it's lit. I will continue to do my little resting in between. And yeah, man, be prepared to show up and just have fun and enjoy the moments. I love y'all. I appreciate you. And let's dance. So get up. If you're in a position where you can move, get up and dance and talk to me as the records play. I love y'all. Have a great week. I will talk to you and see you soon. Let's get it. Move.
Move. Touch up the rhythm, touch up the groove. Move. Touch up the rhythm, touch up the groove. No concerns about nothing. Tonight we just loving. Yeah, tonight we just living. Yeah, tonight we getting lifted. Right. Tomorrow, and I promise that's all. I don't waste the time. Stop holding back, empty and let it show outside. Like nobody's watching. Baby, it's up, should be catching the vibe. Move. Touch up the rhythm, touch up the groove. Move. Touch up the rhythm, touch up the groove. Move. Open hearts, open arms. Problemelos. Let it get close. Let the rhythm expose you. Do all the things that you want to. Do what you want to. Yeah, right. Tomorrow, and I promise that's all. I don't waste the time. Stop holding back, empty and let it show outside. Like nobody's watching. Baby, it's up, should be catching the vibe. Move. Touch up the rhythm, touch up the groove. Move. Touch up the rhythm, touch up the groove. Touch up the rhythm, touch up the groove. Move. Touch up the rhythm, touch up the groove. Flow beats did this. We just getting started. The night's still young. Peeking out to the stars. I might grab me one. Yeah, we on our way up. Heading straight to Mars. Can't pull me down. I'll be back tomorrow. We're going all the way. I turn the stars today. We'll travel far away. I am. And this thing.
to a distant galaxy. You and me keep pulling me back with your gravity. Oh, when I take you all the way. We go now. We go now. Oh yeah. We go now. We going up.